As a business owner, each working day is different, so I wanted to take you through my entire week and share with you the activities that I'm doing each day and just give you some thoughts into my mindset around everything. Hey, I'm Lisa, and in case you're new here, I'm an edtech entrepreneur, an aspiring author, and on this channel, I share with you my entrepreneurial journey and self-development along the way. Oddly enough, my work week this week starts on a Sunday. The great thing about being my own boss is that you can work the hours you want. More on that in a little bit. I wouldn't say I normally work on Sundays, but I was hit with a dose of inspiration and I just really wanted to get started with this idea of building a second brain. More on this second brain idea later in this video. Here I'm rewriting the notes I had in Notion into Roam. Since I started this channel, I've been a lot more diligent at writing ideas that come to my mind, because potentially any idea I could have could turn into a video, a blog post, or something I share with my email subscribers. I've realized recently that I get daily hits of inspiration on topics I'm excited about, but if I don't record them down, then they'll slowly dissipate into the background. So I'm building this habit of writing all my thoughts down so that I can come back to them anytime when I need ideas for content creation. As you see, I've recently been thinking a lot about working fewer hours and how important that is for my mental health, and ironically, how reducing my total working hours actually helps me be more productive in the hours I am working. I'd like to think of myself as a 80-hour per week entrepreneur hustler contrarian. I don't believe working more hours means you're more effective, and I believe it's more likely that it will get you burnout than actually propelling your business forward. This is something I want to promote and share more with the world, so you'll probably see these ideas appear in later videos of mine. After a few hours of writing, I call it a day. I'm so inspired by this second brain idea, which is based off a productivity method called the Zettelkasten, that I decided to add it to my LSG YouTube video ideas and do a bit of competitive research to see what's already out there and what else I can bring to the table. I couldn't remember how to spell Zettelkasten, so I was searching for kettles for a while. The great thing about having a business is that I can use a lot of what I learn in real life and apply it into my business as well. It gives me a good excuse to consume lots of content, especially on YouTube. Beyond that, however, on this particular Monday, I was simultaneously feeling super flat and down. I honestly feel that losing an hour of sleep because of daylight saving might have screwed me over a bit. So I went to do my emails in Asana, which I see as easy wins. I get a hit of dopamine each time an email is read or responded to, so I thought that by getting it out of the way, at least I could accomplish something for the day and feel a little bit better about myself. It's really odd that you can feel these two emotions simultaneously, to be super inspired and have something that lifts you up, but then to feel deflated too. The decision to do emails in Asana was actually a poor one, because these types of tasks are draining for me, which left me feeling even more deflated. I felt like majority of Monday was just energy draining rather than giving me energy. I felt that I was doing work that wasn't necessarily moving the dial on my business, but working in the business itself. That's why when Tuesday came around, I decided that I would take some time to think. I didn't want to feel the sense of deflation anymore, and I didn't want to keep doing tasks that kept draining my energy. Carving out this thinking time over the past year has become paramount to me in keeping my eye out on the bigger picture of where I want my business to go and how I want to get there. I know that I didn't enjoy the task I did yesterday, so I reflected and thought about what I could do about it. A direct result of this thinking time was that I needed to review the tasks I could delegate. I've been delegating for years now, but as the company grows, I'm finding that I have to come back to do this review every few months or so to see what else I can delegate, so it frees me up to focus on the work that matters. I then went on to Upwork to post up a job for a content strategist and marketer, which basically encompassed the tasks that I was doing on Monday. I then spent the afternoon dealing with a credit card dispute. As my company grows, I'm often finding myself running into new problems. We had our biggest sales of our study guides last month, and our first dispute came through, which basically means that somebody went to their bank and said that we charged them fraudulently, or that their credit card was stolen and had been used by somebody else. I don't think this is true because we have data on this person, proof of them logging onto our software and using it. I understand that issues like this might happen again in the future, and I want to preempt that by making sure my business and shop page is set up so that we have optimal chances of winning future disputes, which means that I revisited our terms and conditions and left a few tasks for my developer. I enjoy taking time here to do the work diligently. I found that in the past I'm always rushing through things and solving only for the now, but not necessarily doing just that extra step of work so that life is easier for me in the future. The next day, I have over 10 people apply for the position, but only one person really stands out to me. If you ever hire people, one thing that I've learned is that you can easily filter out the bad ones from the good by just getting them to respond to a series of questions. This filters out people who are too lazy to answer the questions to apply the role, and by looking at the answers, you'll see who's actually thought them out and who is responding in a way that resonates with you. For example, one person I found applied for the role but didn't actually answer any of the questions, giving me a generic resume and cover letter, which shows me that they're probably just spamming any job hirer to get any type of job, so they're probably not going to be a good fit. I then spent more time writing and building out my second brain. So let me explain what the second brain is. Essentially, the premise for building a second brain is because we live in an information age where we're constantly bombarded with new content, from blogs, podcasts, videos to books. We're consuming more and more as time goes on. The idea is that our content consumption is only going to increase over time, and that our brain isn't a foolproof place to put all of your knowledge. I mean, how many times have you tried to quote an author of a book that you read 5 years ago, only to find that you can't quite remember what they actually said? The idea of a second brain is to have a centralized online database of all your knowledge. The special thing about Vroom is that kind of like a Wikipedia, but for yourself. I still haven't really built out mine to a place where I can show you this, so here's Anti Natushaks. I think that's how you say his name. Notice how he's got lots of hyperlinks on this one page, and then how each hyperlink represents an idea on its own individual page. It's like building out your own Wikipedia, a network of neurons. And I can see this revolutionizing work for anybody who's a knowledge worker. Content creators, writers, researchers, or even people who just like to remember things that they've consumed. At 12, I had a meeting with Shakshi. She is somebody that I reached out on LinkedIn just to ask a few questions about her experience when she was doing HSC, because I'm looking to expand interstate with Lisa's study guides. We really hit it off. And it's these sort of serendipitous moments that I really thrive off throughout the week.
I might die tomorrow. Why haven't I figured everything out? Why is life not perfect? I'm on the same page with you on that still.
Yeah. I feel like, especially this year, I've become even more aware of I guess the self-talk that's going on in the brain. And I sort of hate it because it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because when you're aware, at least you know, but when you know, it can sometimes be worse, if that makes sense.
100%, because then you're like, well, I know, and I have the choice to change this.
Yeah.
But I'm still not, and now I feel guilty, and it's like, damn it, ignorance is sometimes bliss.
Like this video, by the way, if you're finding this interesting and insightful, because that will tell me to make more of these videos. I started off my Thursday chatting with Rochelle, the only person I interviewed out of the 10 plus people who applied for the content strategist and marketer position. She and I hit it off. We spoke the same type of language when it comes to business, especially because she has startup experience and I'm in the startup world. This is why I love what I do. I get to choose who I get to work with, and they're often very cool people from all over the globe. We spoke about a few more meaningful things as well.
You know what? I don't even know you, but I'm so proud of you. This business that you created it's really incredible. So I hope that you're relishing in all of the hard work that you put together. It's great.
Oh, thank you. That's very sweet of you. I guess when you're the person, you get to see everyone's highlights, but you get to see your own struggles and challenges. I definitely need to do better at being so harsh on myself, and yes.
I'm sure you are, but that's also, those qualities is probably what got you to where you are. So don't lose them completely, but also be gentle with yourself.
Yeah. After that was my meeting with Simone, my right-hand woman at LSG. We caught up to discuss our goals for this quarter and steps we're putting in place to make things happen. This is only a recent thing we started to do, but even for you, if you don't even have a business, I'd still highly recommend you do something similar, even if it's for your personal life. I found that by setting goals for the quarter that align to longer term goals and then putting specific actions in place to make these quarterly goals happen has kept me very accountable and overall happier about my progress, and to be able to see that I am progressing rather than to look back at a cloud of vagueness and not be really sure of what happened 2 months ago. I then of course spent the rest of my day building my second brain. As I'm recording this voiceover, it's Friday, and I'm spending the day editing this video you're watching. How meta. Editing videos myself on this personal channel has been something that I've been doing in the meantime, just until I find the right editing style, until I understand more of what I want this channel to look like. I am working with a video editor as well, who I'll be sending this video off to so that she can add in some cute animations and make this video more engaging. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'd love to know in the comment section below, do you have any opinions or thoughts about my work week? Chat to you guys next week. Bye!